Venus, Celestial Indicator of Love and Beauty. A video created, directed, and presented by Reverend Dr. Dikki Jo Mullen. In this video, Dr. Mullen will explore the effects of Venus on the various aspects of one's astrological chart.
This is astrologer Dikki Jo Mullen in Orlando, Florida, with a special edition of Venus around the zodiac for you. When I say Venus, you probably think of love, and you're right. But Venus is also art, pleasure, general positive things. All of the legends about Venus and mythology really describe the influences of the planet. It takes 225 Earth days for Venus to go around the Sun, and Venus stays about 19 days in each of the signs of the zodiac. It can only be up to 48 degrees away from the Sun at any time. There's 30 degrees in each zodiac sign. So one's natal Venus is either the same as your familiar birth sign, or one sign over, usually one sign back, and very rarely it'll be at the end of the second sign away. So there are a few choices for Venus, and it's important to know where that planet is because it is the second brightest object in the evening sky, meaning that it influences us. It's one of the celestial bodies that's been tracked since earliest times and related to important events of life on Earth. Venus rules two zodiac signs, Taurus and Libra. And for those who are fortunate enough to have been born with Venus in either Taurus or Libra, Venus is in her sign of dignity. Venus is exalted at her very best in the sign of Pisces and in detriment if either in Scorpio or Aries. More about all of that in just a minute as we look at this story about love, art, and money for each of us. For those who have Venus in one of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, love comes in a spontaneous, warm-hearted, affectionate way. There's a competitive quality, candles, bright sunshine colors, and primitive ethnic designs are types of artwork that can appeal to you. If a fire sign person in love with Venus in one of the fire signs becomes disenchanted, love can go out as quickly as a candle being snuffed. It begins and ends rather suddenly. There's an idealistic quality. Venus in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn places Venus in an earth sign, and this shows a love of creature comforts, consideration, caution. There's an affinity with crystals, precious metals, beautiful landscaping, quality items and values, a love of clay, ceramics, and glass, and a tangible expression of love is present. Venus in one of the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, is going to show a good-humored, social, and charming approach to love, companionship, community life, travel, human values, a love of portraits and pictures, and attraction to celebrity lifestyles can be present. The final element group for Venus is the water sign group, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Now this is interesting because Venus is in detriment. That means that she functions at her worst with a lot of jealousy, turmoil, love, hate, impossible relationships in Scorpio, and at her very best in Pisces, which has to do with unconditional love. An attraction to being around the water, artwork that involves shells and seascapes, very emotional, tender, helpful influences, sentiment, memories, a love of food, home, and family, especially if Venus falls in Cancer, and there can be an age difference in love relationships with the water signs present, especially if Venus happens to be in Cancer. So think about love. You'll have to have your astrologer look up your Venus sign, because now it isn't the same as the familiar birth sign in many cases. If you find someone who is of interest to you as a friend, or maybe something a little bit more, if that person's familiar birth sign happens to be the same as your Venus sign, that's one of the very, very best indicators of a promising friendship or warmer, more long-lasting relationship. This is Dikki Jo Mullen in Orlando, Florida, with thoughts about love around the zodiac.